Welcome back to Midwest Access. I'm your host, Jessie Allison, and we are back crafting with Miss Angie and creating this beautiful painting that is easy for beginners. Yes, and so we've done the back we did in the first segment, and we did the carbon. Maybe just explain how we did that, and then we'll continue on.
I was going to say, I wasn't going to tell him we did that. I was going to say it was magic and it just appeared. So a lot of times when you go to these painting parties, like half of the stress is saying, well, I'm not going to be able to draw that on there. That's going to look ridiculous.
Right.
So we provide a template for you. Y'all are going to recognize this if you grew up in the 60s and 70s and 80s.
I know, I haven't seen carbon paper in forever.
Paper. Yep. And at Miss Angie's place, we get lots of donations. So this bad boy is from, I don't even know, it was 39 cents.
Oh, that's
It has
great.
a Target sticker on it.
Okay.
And it says 29 cents, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
Anywho, so we transferred this design on here for you. So now we have an outline. So it's kind of a paint by number, except we're gonna get a little bit more serious about it. The way we want to start is we're gonna do the shadow first.
Okay.
And if you've taken any kind of like serious paint instruction, what you learn is that to make shadows, you actually don't use black.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so one of my first painting classes in college is you did not get black. You had to make your own darknesses of things.
Okay.
So we're gonna take equal parts red and equal parts blue and actually just a little bit of black, just a teeny bit.
Okay.
Because what happens when you put the black in is it grays it out.
Oh.
Which I'm not a super fan of. All right.
Okay.
So we're gonna go just underneath the heart. And you can see it's kind of a muddy color, but that's what happens. That's what happens when light hits certain colors.
It's the shadow isn't black, like you said.
Yeah. So we're gonna go around the bottom for sure.
Interesting. I wouldn't have thought you'd start with the shadow.
Right.
Very cool.
Yeah, and with the nice thing about acrylics is they dry really fast. The not great thing about acrylics is they dry really fast. So we're going to do this fairly quickly because we want our red to blend in, because once we get the shadow on there, we're just gonna go right in with red. See, your shadow looks better than mine. It's awesome.
Okay.
So now we've got the shadow color on here, but now we're just gonna go right into the red, and then we're gonna kind of spread it down. And I forgot to tell you, the brush we're using right now is the number 4 round.
Okay.
And you know it's round. See, and I'm accidentally dipping in blue. Once we get away from that shadow, we're just outlining these gloves in red.
All right.
We're filling them in.
Okay. And so, yours has some blue too. All right. Because we still got blue on the brush, so that helps it blend.
Yeah. Yep, it helps it blend. Because if we waited on this, then it would not appear as though things were kind of flowing into each other.
Sure.
It would just be solid lines. But I'm just wondering, because I realize we only have a certain amount of time. What would be, like, Jessie, in your perspective, what would be helpful for me to explain since we won't get the whole thing done?
So we know that the next thing we're doing is filling in all of the red.
Yes.
What would be, what would be the next step? Would it be the blue sleeves?
Yes. Yep. So the next step would be the blue sleeves. And so even though I'm putting in the red right now, that top shadow layer did start to dry a little bit.
Okay.
So then I just put a little bit more blue on there just to make that blend a little bit better.
You can blend that.
Yep.
I think one of the great things to know is that, if you make a mistake, you can paint over it, you can wipe it off. I mean, you can't go back in time, but a lot of times you can fix and make it still look beautiful. And so then what would the next step after that be?
So after we did the blue sleeves, kind of the magic of, like how I talked about shadows, kind of the magic of art is just figuring out how the light hits things.
Oh, interesting.
So as we get these mittens finished, we'll come back in and add just single highlights. Just a little bit of white is going to make it look more dimensional.
Yeah, like the light's kind of coming from this side. And so that's what's great about the classes is you have you to instruct. How long are the classes?
This painting, it kind of depends on what we're doing. So this art class, this painting class is about 2 hours.
Okay.
Some people could sit there for 4 hours.
Sure.
And some people get it done before I do. They could almost teach the class. They're very proficient, very good. Actually, Olivia, I'm going to call her out. So Olivia on here, she's an art major.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, yep.
That's right. Yeah.
So Olivia too, it's like when I do these classes, it's kind of funny because you can always tell, or I can tell, not always, who has experience in the class. So it's kind of like when you're at a restaurant and there's a restaurant critic, but you don't know who it is. And then as you start going, you can totally tell because they'll either be kind of inconspicuous about it, or you can just see their talent too. Like, whoa, that's amazing. And sometimes it's like, dude, I should have that person come up and kind of explain some stuff, because as much as I know about painting, it's not my favorite and it's not my strongest thing to do.
Well, that's really cool that you lead the classes anyway.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. And so we can take this class Saturday. Do you know if you have any openings still?
Yes, we do have a couple spots left.
Okay, a couple spots, and we've got the graphic as well as the QR code up on the screen with the information, how you sign up for that class, Saturday, November 15th, 5 to 7. And it's at the South by Southeast Brewery, so you can have a beverage if you choose to. And then, Angie, how do we get in touch with you for this and all classes?
So for anything with Art with Angie, that's all in Eventbrite. I know it gets a little confusing. Otherwise, just go to our website, www.missangiesplace.org, and then that has our classes kind of for everything.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for coming. We're going to keep painting, but we will let you go for a few minutes. And when we come back, we will have Kat from Sargent's Gardens giving our outdoor patio a beautiful update for winter. We're already in that season. I'm sure you saw a few flakes fly over the weekend. And there's more Midwest Access on the way. Cast members from Century Panther Playhouse are here to share their production of Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella.